YouTube, what is going on? This is that NBA guy, Josh. Today is February 10th, 2016. And on this video, we're going to be going over the ESPN rankings. They just finished numbers 5 through 1. And LeBron James ended up as the number 3 overall pick in NBA history. And it's stirring up a lot of forum talk. It's stirring up just a lot of chatter on the internet, as I'm sure you guys can see. If you belong to a forum, which I do, multiple forums, more than I can count. But, you know, the opinion from every single one of them is the exact same thing. And that is, it's just people are outraged almost. Looking at this list, I think that, LeBron is definitely deserving of a top 20 spot in league history, okay? Everyone can agree on that. Okay, I'm not saying that's my opinion. I'm saying everyone can agree he's at least a top 20 player. Being that he's a once-in-a-generation player, you have to put him in the top 5 or 6, in my opinion, because how can he be a top generational player, or a once-in-a-generational player, and he's at least not in the top 6? Because the thing is, there might have been 6 players that were better from other generations, but when you are the face of the generation and you're praised as just overall, like by far the best player in the league, it's just the stigma that comes with that. So yes, there might have been 6 better players to enter the NBA before LeBron James, but the fact that he is just far and away so much better than every other player, or at least was, he's on par with a lot of guys right now, like Steph Curry, Durant, a lot of guys. But there's just there's a lot of people that you could put above him. There's also a lot of people you could put below him. Okay, so you can't really debate that. So just taking a look at the list here, a lot of guys were put on here, and I think most of the spots are very fair. Okay, I'm looking at the list here right now. Michael Jordan going number 1. I mean, that's obvious. That's beyond obvious. Kareem, I think you can definitely leave him there at 2, right? You can't put Kareem above Jordan because Jordan was just, Jordan just transcended the game to places that no one ever thought it was going to go to, So, Tim Duncan being on the list, yes, that's definitely something that can happen there. Shaq's on the list, and then you got Hakeem rounding out the top 10. You got Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell. Those are legends. Everyone on this list is a legend. Now, Tim Duncan is not a legend like most people would see legends as, just because I think he is probably the most underappreciated player to ever play in the NBA. People don't realize how good he is. They just don't. They just do not understand how good Tim Duncan is. So he's a beast. He's very good. But after looking at all these names on here, I think you can make a strong case that LeBron deserves number 3, and I think you can make a very strong case as well that LeBron definitely does not deserve a top 10 spot even. But the thing, given that you put Tim Duncan and Shaquille O'Neal as top 10, then you have to give LeBron a top 10 spot. You just have to, because LeBron overall is better than Shaq and Duncan, 100%. And I don't see how anyone's going to debate me on that. If you can, drop it in the comments and let's talk. But, I think he's deserving. But again, I think you can make a very strong argument that he doesn't belong as the number 3. The thing is, the number 4 spot right behind him at number 3 is Magic. And you can argue that Magic Johnson was just so far and away better than every other point guard in the NBA at his time, with the exception of Isaiah Thomas. Right? Which is surprising because Isaiah Thomas didn't make this list. And, it's just, sometimes when ESPN does lists like this or other people do lists like this, it's just very hard to decipher, because you could definitely have an argument all day and win saying that Isaiah Thomas is better than Tim Duncan, or Isaiah Thomas is better than Hakeem Olajuwon, right? You can make a case for it, a very good case for it. So, obviously, this is not the end-all, be-all, but LeBron James at number 3, what do you guys think? Is he ranked too high? Is he ranked too low? Or not low enough. Drop it in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. This has been That NBA Guy Josh, and I'm out. Thanks for watching. Peace.